I had two. I had Luciano who did, and then I had Clark Mason who I confronted because he was playing dumb, and then he admitted to having very similar motivations with Luciano.
Could you like give a little summary of what?
Yes. Essentially, Hades over the weekend stole a roulette table from them, which they got back.
No talking, no talking, guys, no talking.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Cup of tea.
Which
I'm good. Thank you.
they recovered, and they were hiding from Hades. They were trying to evade from Hades. They just so happened to be in that area. They felt cornered because PD was coming or something like that. And then they took hostages because they felt like they were cornered.
Oh my God, thank God.
Yeah,
that's what Speedy said too. Thank fucking God.
Yeah.
Listen, the murder is bad, right?
Car.
I just didn't want to lose sight of if there was motive for who they kidnapped, because that looked fucking bad, right? That was the entire fucking government. So
yeah,
Speedy said exact same thing. He was not as forthcoming, but then I kind of, you know, like as he mentioned casino, I'm like, yeah, Benji's kind of a pussy, isn't he? And then he's just like, yeah, fucking Hades, fuck that.
Like, I need someone to send Speedy up for 24 hours.
Yeah,
I got you.
Go to Oxford. Yeah.
Everything good? I think, listen, I'm gonna be honest. Knight.
Yeah.
Terrific job. All right, I think we're doing. I think this is already off to a very good start on everything.
Did you like how I played dumb with the guy and I was like, I don't know anything, and then he just gave us everything we needed.
Yeah, I mean that's look, we got all the things we need. I don't believe this is a politically motivated attack.
No, Oxby and Ruby were just saying.
Yeah. It was desperation.
Yeah.
That's what it was. They were in a position where they were like, holy shit, what do we do? They had no vehicles. And this is their plan that they came up with. Blunt, were you taken hostage?
Yes.
Were you forced, quote unquote, forced to take the spice?
Three of them cornered me and told me if I did not drop my weapon and surrender, they were going to shoot the hostages in the lobby.
Yeah, but what about taking the stuff? Taking the spice?
Yeah, they told all of us with our guns at back of our heads, all the hostages had to inhale this fucking spice shit.
Yeah.
Wait, is there any more left?
One bag was recovered. It was given to the doctors, I believe.
Listen, they did the same shit to me about a month and a half ago. All right.
I took 16 bags off of CJ.
I believe the government may have imported it.
Or they're just making
some crazy shit. I'll tell you that much.
There is a potential from information I have had in the past.
Nino started.
They go out through the river from from the Alamo Sea. They go out to the west side and they collect the spice from another boat.
So drug trafficking possible.
Well,
if it gets classified,
it's not classified as a drug.
Yeah.
But it could be a cocktail of known drug substances that we do have listed.
It's very similar as bath salts, which are not scheduled. So,
I mean, maybe they will be now.
After
we
my
need to bring in the
chat with
senator.
Stanley, the chat I had with Stanley last week and a couple of the others, it is. We all know who the Marduk
Medi
is.
Spice.
Right? We're all on the same page, right?
The what?
What is?
The Marduk, the leader.
It does rotate. So
yes, it does.
But Lang is likely the current one, and he did reference himself in the third person. But as he was talking, it almost sounded like he was talking about someone else. Blunt, you were closer.
He was, yes, he was referring to somebody else on one of the other six as the Marduk.
That is very possible.
So I got confirmation here. I've spent a lot of time amongst the village people. I've learned their ways and their customs. The other day, I was informed that it's Skipper Jones and Charlie, Skipper and Charlie both.
Well, hold, it is, but hold on. So they believe in a spirit that if you are the right kind of vessel, that you will hear from this spirit, and this spirit will inhabit you, and you will be the Marduk. So at the moment, we have
Shai-Hulud.
Lang. Yep, we have Lang. We have Skipper, who was confirmed today, and we also have Charlie Jones. So all three have quote unquote inhabited, been inhabited, and at times have been the Marduk.
So it's like a pharaoh?
It's a sand penis.
Excuse me?
Copy.
Yeah.
And I don't think either
born
one
from
of
the
those
ashen
is a
tree.
good... Okay. All right. So, all right, basically, hopefully we can have things forensics done so we can know which direction we're going with the shootings. Did you ever get a head count of officers shot?
I've already got the suspect.
Yeah.
I have all the. It's in the report.
Frost. Sorry, go ahead.
It's a great thing of playing a character like Brian, who's so serious all the time, and then like in the most serious way.
I can articulate his blood sample on this floor.
Nope. Cough.
Yep. Frost. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought he was done this.
Falling asleep.
Do I?
There we go. Keep going.
Start over.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can articulate with the forensics that we looked at. There are 5 different shooters with different guns, and I can articulate which guns they are from the forensics that a grown man of a 5'10" to. Ow.
Oh my God!
Damn, Flores.
Sorry.
I wish sometimes I could watch people from the other side because they don't get to. They don't hear me laughing.
These individual.
They just hear like a very serious cop character, and then
by.
just like.
Please take that as a personal.
Came back to Luciano DiCenzo. He shot him with 2 different guns. Tommy Oliver, Alfonso Sebastian, Jesus Lord, and Lang Buddha. Those are the 5 that shot at Jimbo and hit him with some sort of gun.
That's interesting. Because Mason said to us on recording that he shot Jimbo and watched as the light left his eyes.
He's lying.
The projectile that he owns from the gun he owns it was nowhere near Jimbo. Opal and I both triple checked.
Well, guess what I got
Jimbo
on recording?
In the library?
Well,
no,
guess what I got on
maybe?
Got on recording. Yes, he was in the library. Alfonso Sebastian actually admitted to doing it, and we have reason to believe that he is one of the main suspects in the murder. So he will be getting charged with we're going to have to interrogate a little bit more, but I think we got to really pinpoint these forensics down. And, I mean, it's going to be rough trying to find a primary actor here.
Well,
yes.
I think so. Here's how I look at it. Right. Everybody in that trailer is, whether or not they shot, is at least an accomplice.
100%.
Now, as for the primary, leaving it to one individual, even if they're like, I did it, I think is not going to really make sense, because we know many of them shot. If there are like 2 or 3 that are like, I did this shit, now there's some substance there, because it's not like it's 5 people in a room and an individual with a single or 2 bullets in them. It's multiple riddle bullets, right? And regardless of which bullet connected, they're all inherently opening fire on law enforcement, and what hit what is rather irrelevant, right? So I personally think they should either A, all get hit with murder, B, a couple get hit with murder with the rest being accessory to those interrogations tomorrow. Or if they don't choose to talk, you hit the ones that already admitted to it, and then the ones that the forensics really line up with.
I'll be honest, I'm thinking very similar. I'm thinking that every party inside of the trailer is an accessory to murder.
Yeah. Yep.
Right? Or an accomplice to murder.
Yep. Accomplice and everyone. Do you
but
want
I
the
do
ones
think
that are
everyone.
on the
One second, guys. 1 second. I think everyone that we can correlate ballistics-wise to Jimbo's body is subject to a direct murder charge. But then we're going to run into a
say
realm
that
of
last bit?
legality
Sorry.
where we're charging 3 people directly with murder, and I don't know how that would.
No,
go in court, 'cause I
that's
don't-
normal.
That's correct.
Right?
Yeah.
Because if let's say, you know, there's an individual standing at that door, and we all open fire on him, we are all guilty of murder.
It sounds like the work's already done then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Essentially, if that's the way
Yeah,
that
I
we're
mean,
going to
there's-
go.
Opal and I have taken photos of the ballistics that we can charge.
Yeah.
5, sorry.
And then, are
The-
you able to get like a triangulation like done in VR where you can show the lines going?
Yes,
that we
yes,
can
that's
be
yeah,
like,
we've
hey,
already done that.
So
perfect.
one thing I should mention that while I forgot, there is a mitigating factors, absent mitigating factors. So in other words, if someone has a concrete reason, like they never was GSR positive, in other words, they didn't open fire, or alternatively, there's evidence to show that they had, like, I don't know, went down before Jimbo went in, those are mitigating factors that would, drop them from a primary to a accomplice.
You just pointed out something that might fuck us. Did all the officers GSR test them?
They should have.
I
That was said multiple
think we
times
did
on the
for
radio.
most part, yeah. I think
pretty
we
sure.
actually did, yeah.
Okay, good. We need to make sure that that's all documented right, because then we have the GSR positive, the gun on the person, the DNA, the blood. I mean, all right, the case is actually sounding pretty concrete and wrapped up. We'll figure out tomorrow after the interrogations how we're going to charge. I think realistically in the scenario, we're going to be extending the hold on the people in the trailer by 48 hours to make sure that that's concluded and up on the docket and we can get them out on bail. And then the rest of them will be formally charged with the kidnappings and the attempted murders and all that stuff. Right, but they won't be directly correlated to the murder in the trailer. So how does that whole thing sound?
So you want the ones on the ground that weren't in the trailer to be correlated?
I'm thinking it might be for best.
Yeah, I agree. Having charging everyone, technically they are accomplices, accessories, but I agree. Like logistically, that's going to be a fucking nightmare, and it's going
Please
to
use leverage. Plead them out.
So
yes.
the thing is, right?
Wait, hold on. There is an argument to be made that by trying to hit every 19 persons, we are going to not get justice for Jimbo for the primary actors due to limited resources, right?
And not only that, it would look like a joke. It would look like we're skipping steps in our own job and our own investigation. I don't think the court would take that as serious. I think
Agreed.
everybody on outside of the trailer gets charged if they were involved in the kidnapping, if they're involved in the outside shooting, if they were with all the officers that were shot on scene. The only thing that's going to be a fucking issue when it comes to the charging, and this is where we're going to be pleading them out by not charging them with an accessory to murder, is they're going to be pleading out to every single downed officer on scene, minus Jimbo. The ones that'll be taking credit for Jimbo are going to be the ones inside of the trailer. So we plea them out, right, to lesser charges so that we can simplify the case and focus on the murder and the people who we believe were a part directly to the murder, which is the individuals inside of the trailer.
I agree.
It'll help. It'll streamline the case. It'll tie up less resources, and we'll be able to get, it'll be much easier to get 5, 6, 7 people on bail for murder and accessory to murder than it will 19. All right, we would be laughed out of the courtroom. All right, so does everyone agree with this plan? And then we can
if anyone strongly disagrees or believes we're missing something critical, please speak up now. You're not going to be reprimanded for it.
Okay, so I don't think we're missing anything critical, or I don't strongly disagree. It just depends on how hard you want to go in Babylon, because I think you absolutely have a case for everyone that was on the ground, not in the trailer, being accessory, because of the fact that the people in the helicopters led LEOs to an ambush over Babylon. They all engaged with officers, and the outcome of that is Jimbo dying.
So can I explain?
We agree. Yeah, we already said we agree that we can get there. We just don't have the resources, and logistically, by spreading those resources, we may fuck up the charges on the primary actors, right?
It'll be a much better and streamlined case charging 5 concrete with the murder and the ones in the trailer with accessory than it will of us trying to lump them all out, because the plan of attack and essentially the basis of the case is essentially the same.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, well, the trailer
Otherwise-
is super easy. It's concrete. We're done. Like done, dusted. Like with evidence is there, we're good.
Exactly. We know Jimbo went down in the trailer. It's going to be smooth sailing. But the thing is, though, we're leveraging getting these guys to plea out to other charges, and this needs to be done. Listen, this needs to be done expertly. They need to be charged. We're not going to just walk into a room with the rest and be like, "Hey, you're all going in. X plead guilty, or we'll charge you with X and Y." We don't want to have to go down that route. All right. What we want to do is we want to pull these individuals separately, get them to plead separately, and then we focus on the main causation of the case. All right. And it's not that we're going easy on New Babylon. We're going, in fact, hard on New Babylon. We're just more focused on the direct perpetrators of the murder because we believe we'll have the better case.
Yeah.
All right. It's just that simple. This is the best route, in my opinion.
Is there anyone that disagrees or whatever, or thinks we're missing anything?
Nope.
Okay.
No, that's it.
All right. Fred, you mentioned 48 hours. Who do we want to take point in making sure I's are dotted, T's are crossed? I think we have a couple folks assigned so they work cooperatively so that it can be more around the clock rather than a single individual breaking their back.
I mean, I'm going to be honest. I mean, I see the people, the personnel here. Carmine has shift 1, shift 2 coverage.
Blunt, I'd like to put you on this. You down?
V.
Okay.
I mean, here's what I'm going to recommend then. I think Sergeant V. Gray, he comes around during the tsunami. He'll be able to be a part of the interrogations. All right, and he can have oversight on this whole thing alongside whoever you just appointed. I think we'll do it with those two.
Blunt, if you could sort of start getting like the skeleton of a docket posting, right? That, because let's say we're ready to go tomorrow. It's there. We just got to insert the names of the subject matters, so that we can aim to go to the bail hearing. Right.
We need two templates. We need one for the accessory and one for the direct murder.
Yes.
Or is it I think it's one for the. We'll figure that out tomorrow. But
yeah, I'd say accomplice, murder, and accomplice. Right.
Anybody, it'll all be one docket posting.
Well, it should be all one docket posting, and
agreed.
The 5 names we have all shot Jimbo, so it's all.
Oh, easy.
All right, hold on,
that's easier than I thought. Jesus fucking Christ.
Why would it all be one docket posting?
Because it's one case
one
file.
One incident, and all 5 of them were being charged for the same incident.
Yeah.
So I've been out of the game for a while. I've gone through the docket a whole bunch. I haven't seen. Most of the times it's a state V, so and so.
It's state V, Lang Buddha et al. Right?
Yeah.
So you do et al. And others.
And just tell me who you want the primary defendant, like the named defendant, to be.
Yeah.
So there's two things that would need to be 2 things that are posted. One is the initial docket filing, and it could have some things that are pending if it comes down to that. But the second is the bail filing. So we should have both sort of prepared. Is
our plan to contest bail? Is our plan to contest bail? What's the plan?
We wouldn't be doing our jobs if we didn't. Here's the thing, guys. We wouldn't be doing our jobs if we didn't try contesting the bails on the trigger on the people who pulled the trigger. We should be trying to contest the bail on the direct.
100%.
So I think we could nail Lang as he's convicted. Pretty sure convicted serial assault and killings. The rest I don't know.
What's going to be the main thing is going to be
nailable. Lang's past won't aid us in this case, right? They were all in the trailer. They all shot in the direction of Jimbo.
It'll aid us in bail, denying bail.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
This individual is a violent individual. He has a past.
So. Yeah. We should make
interrogations. This is where the interrogations are going to come in handy tomorrow. Once we sit down and start talking with these people, we're going to find out who was calling the shots, who we already know who the likely trigger men are. All right.
I mean, the other thing the other thing that we can push on here, especially for contesting the bail. I mean, these guys are in New Babylon. New Babylon is known for leaving their life behind, including possessions, cars, money. They are all essentially, in one way or another, a flight risk prior to this. They've left everything behind before. Now that they have motive, they could definitely do it again. And I think that's something we can push on to contest this.
It's actually genius. We recognize them as a cult or something like that. Something we spin the narrative of them being a group of radical militants or something like that, given what went down. Because pretty much all of them demonstrated that they will fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we can.
They are a collective, right?
Because on September the 4th, we had, how many of them? 6 of them were arrested together before.
Up in Pluto? Up in Pluto, it was like 12.
Yeah, I've got Clark, Skipper, Lang, Luciano, Arush, Bazin, Jesus, Harry Brown. So we've got a huge amount here. So we can show that they, you know, are violent together as a group.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. If we're gonna contest bail, then we can put some the case together, get the incidents, and use that as a pushing point.
I mean, it's going to come from a lot of the talking points on the interrogation tomorrow. So it's like when we're doing the interrogation tomorrow, because right now I think Knight's going to be assisting with the interrogations. The plan that I have initially is this. All right, there's a lot of people there. What I wanted to do is that they would talk to me, they would talk to Knight, or they would talk to Knight first, and then they would talk to me. We would get 2 interrogations on each one of them. All right. One of the root causes for questioning, if we're going to be going for bail contention, is to get them to admit that it's a group, it's an organization, it's a brotherhood, it's a cult. All right. It's a radical group. All right. We need to paint that narrative. We need to paint that picture because that's what they are. We need to bring that information to light. All right. It's not misleading. We're not doing this in bad faith. We truly believe this, and we need to get that information out. All right. And we also need to get information out on the shooting, why it occurred, who exactly. What were they doing before the helicopters arrived, blah, 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 all that shit. All right. And then that way we have the cross interrogation, which is a lot more powerful than just one interrogation. All right. Because what I want to do, the goal here is to expedite this case. I want us to get bail denied so that this case can be expedited. There can be resolution, hopefully by this coming weekend. I want this shit to fly. All right. And I think if we do our job and we work hard, we can get this case to fly on by and we can have resolution.
I agree.
Just to jump in super quick, Babylonian themselves has even said on a docket posting, I'd have to find it, that they don't subscribe to the laws of San Andreas. So that's even more reason to say that
that's their lawyer. Yeah.
So it's even more reason to say that they wouldn't adhere to any sort of like ban.
So,
they're a treasonous group.
So to kind of like bring it back home, as a part of the interrogations, that's something that we want to aim to highlight and have them without coercion make those sort of proclamations or those inferences or whatever to be used potentially in the future. And as Fred said, to have it out in the public, right? Because those things are going to be added to the docket, right? The interrogations.
And this
but
might
the
also
scope
open
of
the
this
door
is
for
going to be
for
the
charges.
crimes that took place today.
First, this might open also what we're working towards is kicking open the door for state level charges, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if we can, prove that this is a militant, treasonous group that has no respect for the state, bam, Director Knight and his marshals are there to also add those charges on top of murder.
Yeah.
Just to add,
maybe does end up going to all of them.
Maybe this has been missed, but they were pretty audible in the courthouse. They said, we're doing this because the gang is attacking us. So there's already motive and there's already retaliatory. We could lean into that.
Oh, did you miss the whole thing, Captain, about why they did this?
No, I heard about it. Hades gunned them down. They were running and they fled into the courthouse and held up judges.
Zeke Kasim vandalized a Hades car.
Oh. What's his code name again? Zeke?
Apple.
Apple! I started calling him Trunks because I forgot.
I need to go back, Oxby, and have a listen, but I believe Clark Mason alluded to the fact that they are similar to a religion.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
It has come up in my interrogations and my time up there with the Babylonian tribe as well. I like to think of myself as like an explorer.
Dora.
No, like Indiana Jones.
Oh, I'm sorry. Right. Oh, you're just having a sleep?
Also,
having a rest?
I don't know if you guys looked through their pouches, but oh, sorry, not their pouches, the books they have on them. A lot of the articles they have on them, the titles are very telling. Some of them read as Temple of Chrome, Holy Fire Treaties, that kind of stuff. So the officers that searched them, they should put that in the report.
All right, so we're going to talk interrogation
Yeah.
tactics, not in depth right now.
Yeah.
We already know what we're searching for.
We've got these two. So they're V and Blunt are going to work on that aspect. I think there should be two others. I'd like to ask Rooker and one of your guys.
I thought we were handling interrogations.
No, not interrogation.
So I'll handle docket.
Docket is V and Blunt.
Yeah.
Yep. But
I was gonna say, if you want me to
Rooker,
do the main docket post, and then V can work on like the interrogation to bail stuff.
but separately, because there was a mention. There's the talk about the books and whatever. There may be shit that we missed in the photographs. I'd like Rooker and maybe two other people assigned to just comb all the photos, see if there's anything that may be amiss, and then add it into the report, right? Because if you see something in there that we're just not glancing at that says like, hey, how to take over the fucking government, someone should look out for that. Rooker, could you find two individuals for that?
Yeah.
Okay, easy.
Here's what I'm thinking for the...
Go ahead, President. Sorry.
Here's what I'm thinking for the tactics tomorrow, all right? We're going to do like a series of cross-examinations, all right? So we can make sure we hit all the objectives, right? There's some things that one
we need to analyze
the one might not.
what exists right now for future, because if we uncover some shit, we can't forget that exists.
One more that's
especially
around
while
at
you
the
have
time when we can start, doing the interrogations early. Night, you should have like a team of like you and like two other individuals as well. All right, that way we can try and knock out as much stuff as possible. They can. It doesn't matter who they start with; they'll go to the next one. And what we'll do is we'll pass them around.
Harry did mention that the majority of them would likely be around right after the storm, the earlier storm, the midday storm.
Let's plan on that. We'll get organized beforehand, and we'll start after the storm, so that way you have time to put your team together. I'll have my team going in for interrogations. All right, Ruby, I'm not sure if you're going to be around at Storm because I don't know what your schedule's like.
Not tomorrow.
Okay. Then, like each team has... It's all right,
Oxby will be.
All right, Oxby. Wait, you'll make it?
Yeah.
All right. I got my team then ready to go for
Wait, did someone say
tomorrow.
raid?
You get your team
organized,
and then...
Probably be 1+1. Yeah.
What do you mean?
Myself and one other individual to join you.
Okay, so you want to do two. I want to do a little bit larger group because make sure we can. I think our interrogations will be a little bit longer. All right, because we're going murder and everything. It seems like you guys are focused more on the state level stuff and
no murder and such as well.
All right,
yeah,
that's good.
Yeah, I think the state shit's out the window right now. I don't want to expand the scope to the point where we start dangerously touching roads violations. Right.
Well, here, we're working together on this. I want to make sure you agree with the tactic. You agree with the two-prong cross-examination where it's goes one group
I like
to
that.
The next.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Let's take turns, go with each one. We could do more people that way as well.
It's going to be better to do it this way because the goal is to get an expedited trial here so we can fucking get this thing cracked and done with. All right, I don't want to... I get sick and tired of these month-long fucking bail conditions and all this shit. I want us to fucking lock this shit up and lock it up tight. All right, so we already have agreed. We got everything going. Commanding officers, make sure that people submit their reports in. All right, get them to tell them that their chief expects them to be written a little better than normal. We need all the information that they can. We're trying to convict a murder. We're trying to convict a series of, a group for murder here. All right, so make sure that gets done and taken care of. I'll have my stuff all written up tonight as well.
What time do you want to start this?
Storm. At like 30 minutes after Storm.
Okay. I have a really bad idea.
What?
What if we try to place it on the house arrest at the house?
I don't think we enter into those sort of things until we do need to discuss plea in advance, because there is a good chance we go into interrogation and they start demanding it or presenting it. So we should at least have an idea in advance of there what we're aiming for. Right.
I might just be speaking for myself, but I'm never going to plea out a charge like murder. They're going to court.
Okay. Well, hey,
That's
that works for
opinion.
me.
I'm not interested in plea. I'll plea out other things, but I'm not going to plea out. I may be willing to plea
So if they
out
say
accessory
they all
murder.
say that we did it, that puts the ball in our court.
What do you mean?
If they are willing to admit that they committed murder, we the ball's in our court because we can tell them what the fine and time's going to look like, right?
Yeah, I listen. I'm more about. I mean, we'll have a long-winded talk about that. That's why it's like most likely it's going to be 48 hours extended on a lot of them. And we'll figure out exactly what the plan is of attack and make sure everything's good to go. We're in agreement. So we got like a nice little idea of what we want to get done and how we want to get it done.
We'd
So,
also,
I think
rather
it's
than
better-
like agreeing to a set time and fine and signing a plea deal and putting it in front of, if they intend to plead guilty, we can just have them plead guilty in front of a judge, and then a judge can sentence them.
That's what I'm thinking
Court.
about.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel currently about getting people to plea out to accomplice to murder or accessory or whatever we end up going with. But the ones that we're going to be charging directly with murder, they're not getting pleas. They're getting brought to court. We need to show the town a unified front. We need to show the town what happens when you kill cops. It needs to be a public spectacle, no backroom bullshit. All right? The primary actors, they're going to court. And I even think the accessory one should go to court too. We got to give the news media something to document. People have to know what happens.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm confused again. Accessory? Who's getting accessory?
I thought we weren't
They haven't-
charging the accessory. We were just kind of threatening
They-
it and then charging them with all the.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Everything points at murder. The only exception is if there is like exonerating evidence that comes out, right? So, but it sounds like every bullet was accounted for in Jimbo.
For those 5, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, so it sounds like, look, I think we're done here for now. All right, wind down a bit, go on patrol. All right, get just commanding officers, make sure that the reports have been written up by those involved. Okay, and we'll touch base tomorrow after we get done, interrogating people, figuring out what it is that we're going to do. We do have to keep in mind that the 24-hour mark's looking like for initially starting probably an hour and a half ago. So we have to keep that in mind with our interrogations. So that's why who was the first one sent up was Lang, and we basically sent everyone up after that.
I would do it based on the creation of the report, just so things don't get messy.
That makes more sense.
It's 4 p.m., so we should ask for an extension in advance of this. I can ask for it
ask for an
today.
extension on all of them. Yeah, we'll just do it.
Also,
now, then.
if they don't accept the investigative hold extension, we can always send them up on bail hearing or a hold for bail for 24 hours as well.
I'd be shocked if they didn't approve an extension for
Yeah,
a
this-
murder of a
the
government employee.
extension on this
That'd
is
be-
the extension on this is definitely going to get approved.
Yeah, I
All
doubt
right,
so, but that's
so
an option.
Rewind a little bit. What we need is someone who can get the bail extended on every single one of them by 24 more hours, so we can have them in for 48.
I can work on that right now.
All right, it's going to be busy, man. It's a lot of them. It's 19 of them.
I've reconciled all the DNA and all the officers on scene as well. I'll ensure that every person involved has a statement before 4 p.m. too. I'll be all over that.
Okay, as soon as I'll start working on something now. And as soon as everything's in, I will speak with the judge.
I'll start cooking up the docket post.
Speaking of Pred saying there were 19 of them, I found a slight discrepancy in the report between the 19 added and the list of ones on a hold. There's 22 listed versus the 19, so I found 2 duplicates already.
Hold on, I can't hear you. Can anyone hear him? Because he's fucking up for me.
Yeah.
There's also
Wait, hold on. Let Flores is pointing out. It looks like there's an issue with 3 of them.
Yes, so I did quick math.
The issue, they don't have DNA.
No, it's just the list of those on the to be interrogated list and also the interrogated list. It's a different total sum than those in the report. I just want to make sure we don't miss anybody.
I know,
but it's looking like there's
doesn't have his
duplicates.
charges up yet.
It's not a matter of them not having charges. It's their name being there in the first place.
Could you figure out what that discrepancy is? And then get back
down
to us?
2 of the 3. I'm just trying to find the last one.
Okay.
What I will say, Flores, there's 20 suspects and there's 20 samples of blood, and they match.
Okay.
I think what he's saying is there's a discrepancy in the interrogation list and the interrogated list.
Well, there were 2 duplicates. I brought it down to 20. Then there were 19 on the
okay.
left, and we know Speedy's missing, so that brings up to 20. So is 20 the hard number?
All right.
We confirmed that 20 is the number.
20 sounds like it
Okay.
is the hard number, so we
Hell
are
yeah.
good.
The only thing I wanted to ask, and this will be super quick, does anyone know if City Hall has been giving out 2026 licenses yet?
Why?
No.
No. Tommy Oliver possessions 5 and 6. He has 2026 licenses.
Huh?
What?
Yeah.
Oh no! What are they doing?
Are they making fake IDs?
His name is Bicep Grande and Muscules Bigules.
Wait,
so
no, that says expiry 2026, right? That
Yeah,
must
so
be a year.
Yeah.
Everyone's good with that note.
Oh wait,
We all
no,
expire
no. This is
2025 currently.
Yeah, see,
Oh, okay.
All right, so
we'll have to go look.
someone might
Could've
need to
grabbed
go up to. All right, someone might need to get a search warrant approved on New Babylon and go fucking snooping around up there.
So that's going to be an interesting one. Was Sophia Torres, who's the owner of these properties, was she in custody?
according to
they
Ruby,
don't-
she may be missing, right?
So she went missing in June.
Oh.
And so here's the issue though. If she owns those properties, that means that she's around, but no one has seen her. So is she dressing as someone else?
Well,
Mm,
I think it's a little different in New Babylon.
mm.
Yeah.
Just so you know, those 2 things that Tommy Oliver have, they are completely fake. They are not the same color. If you have a look at your license, they're completely different.
I want to get these properties, I think, locked down, and I think I want us to get maybe trying for a search warrant up here on Sophia Torres's shit. They had a lot of weapons.
Fake IDs.
Yeah. Yeah.
All I know is if one of those places is the library, you're going to find a lot of information because they protect the library at all costs.
That's
Well, I'm.
that they said that they were in.
Yeah, it was
That's
the library.
the room Jimbo died in, isn't
Mhm.
it?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh my God. That might have been why they hold up in there.
Yeah, at all costs.
Is the last stand.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So.
I think we should break down and let these guys get to work.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Are we gonna have someone lock down the properties and try and fire off a search warrant on the grounds? Anything related to weapons and?
I think you need to
apparently
name
ID
someone
fraud?
there, Pred.
I mean, everyone here is already doing something. We got to find someone else.
What
Unless
about
Oxby wants to do it. I'm not sure
Where's
what Oxby
Opal at?
wants to do.
Opal loves search warrants. It's her favorite thing.
Yeah.
42.
Hey, how
Opal could be
about
good.
Ruby and Oxby? How about you guys find someone that can handle all that
We'll
shit?
work on it.
Okay.
Yeah, easy.
Okay. Because I'm gonna be going to bed.
Yeah, all good.
Yeah, I've got to
All right, we'll see you later.
upload 2 interrogations and then.
Okay.
All right.
Can you guys believe this happened from a vandalized car?
No,
Hey, shit
that is
pops
not.
off in
Let's
Los
get this
Santos.
That
Yeah,
does
I'll
not
Have a
what it
good
seemed
one,
like
guys.
was
Good
going on.
work.
Thank you, Fred.
Hey, Night.
Hey, just so you know, you were invited to the murder thing.
Hey.
What murder thing?
Oh, God.
You know the murder?
Sorry.
We had a huge meeting with High Command down here.
Oh, I didn't know. I had to go back
Chief,
to
I have a